Alright guys, we're back with top 4 hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Eric Hernandez on the left playing Lightsworn Ruler versus Aaron Patino on the right playing Sylvans. So both these guys went 3-2 in Swiss and made it all the way to top 4. Actually, all 4 of the players that made top 4 went 3-2. Well, all the undefeated, the one undefeated, all the X1s got knocked out. So we'll see who'll get to the finals. Eric starts off by summoning Raiden, mills 2 for Raiden's effect, and then during the end phase he mills 2 more. Sets 1 back row, and then he milled an Eclipse Wyvern. So Eclipse Wyvern, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish a level 7 or 8 light or dark dragon from your deck. And if the Eclipse Wyvern gets banished, you add that target to your hand. So here comes Aaron. Yeah, Sylvans is, I think, one of the harder decks to play. So I'm glad I'm watching Aaron play here. So triple upstart from Aaron. So he summons Curry Bandit, and Eric right away breakthrough skills it. Yeah, you kind of have to, because breakthrough skill is really... Sorry, not breakthrough skill. Curry Bandit is really good in the Sylvan deck. So Curry Bandit, the turn it's normal summoned, you contribute it during your end phase, and excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. And you can add one of the spell or trap cards you excavate, you can add it to your hand. So, and yeah, he just breakthrough skill. Which breakthrough skill is like negates a face-up monster effect. And then also, you can also use it in the graveyard during your turn to negate another monster effect, except the turn it's sent. So here, Eric mills 2 more for Raiden's effect. Yeah, breakthrough skill is really good because there's a lot of like monsters that activate during your turn, like Felgrand and Mermail Biscayos, Abyss Dweller, just to name a few. And then, so you can, negate something during your opponent's turn with breakthrough skill, and then when they go, let's say they XYZ summon for Felgrand, they try to use Felgrand's effect during your turn, you can just banish it from your graveyard to negate it. Okay, so here Eric Foolish's Wolf. He's going to exceed summon with Wolf and Raiden. And Raiden's effect to mill during the main phase is only once per turn. Alright, so here he goes for Diamond Dire Wolf. So Diamond Dire Wolf, you can target 1 Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast, and 1 other card on the field. Destroy both. You can do your own cards as well. Most of the time you target itself, but if you're playing like Fire Fist, well, like a Beast Warrior deck or a Beast or a Winged Beast deck, then Diamond Dire Wolf becomes really good. Let me refresh my memory on Diamond Dire Wolf. So here Eric summons Lumina, brings back another Lumina by sending out an Eclipse Wyvern, so he has 2 Judgment Dragons banished. Alright, does Eric have other plays? So he's going to bring back the Raiden. So yes, here, Eric cannot activate the effect to mill again. So we'll see what Eric decides to do. I don't think he has a way to get those JDs to his hand yet. And let's see what... Well, how many cards are left in Eric's hand? He's got 1 card? Yeah, Eric's hand's not that great. Maybe if he has a soul charge, he can... So here he attacks Aaron for what, 27? So we're at 11,053. We'll see if Patino can get out of this. Yeah, he's main deck in Royal Decree, so... I don't hate Decree in this format. It's just... Did he mill Tempest? Oh, he milled Tempest. Okay, yeah. Patino's on the clock. And he milled a Necrogarna. So there, Eric milled an additional card because I think Minerva, the little tuner, the little Lightsworn monster, when it's milled, you get to mill an extra card. So now we'll go over Patino. So Patino activates Sylvan Charity. So Sylvan Charity, you draw 3 cards. Then you reveal both. You reveal 2 cards, at least 1 Sylvan card, and put them in your deck in any order. Okay, so this is a lot sequence of plays. So here, Patino normal summons Peacekeeper, excavates the top card of his deck, which is Sylvan Hermitry, and then since a Sylvan was sent to the graveyard, he reveals Sage Koya from his hand to special summon it. And then Hermitry, when it's excavated, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and rearrange them in any order. Then he used Sage Koya's on-field effect to just excavate the top card of his deck, which was the Mushroom, which the Mushroom, when it's excavated, destroys spells or traps, but right here, Eric has none, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Let me go look up that Minerva tuner that Eric milled, because I don't know its exact effect. It's a It's a level 3 spellcaster tuner light monster with 800 attack. And it says, if this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so that's its effect. And it looks like Patino concedes. Yeah, I mean, he knew since Eric needed to mill a Dragon Ruler to pretty much end the game. And that's what happened there. So Eric is 1 win away from getting to another finals. He did win our very first hat tournament. Eric doesn't play Edison. I think he joined Edison once. But yeah, he's got 1 win on the channel and hat. While Patino does, he started playing a little bit of Edison recently. He's done pretty well. He's made top 4, but he doesn't have a win on the channel yet. He would have had 1 win, but the one tournament he won for Edison was when I was out of town. I was at the YCS Sacramento. He happened to win that weekend. But we'll see. Maybe he'll win here in hat. All right, so Eric starts off by summoning Lumina. I mean, he probably knows what that set monster is. It's the Mushroom. That's the only monster they would set in hat. And let me go read what the Mushroom does on field. So when this card is flipped face up, you can choose a number from 1 to 5, then excavate that many cards from the top of your deck. Send any excavated plant monsters to the graveyard. Also place the other cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. So here he mills Spore, Lone Fire, and Cherub Sprout, and the 2 spells went at the bottom of the deck. And Cherub Sprout, when it's excavated, you special summon a level 1 plant monster from your deck. So Eric chains Maxi. So Maxi is a quick effect. During either player's turn, you can send that card from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, each time your opponent special summons a monster, you draw 1 card. So here Patino brings back the he special summons the Princess Sprout. And here Patino activates Mount Sylvania. So you can send 1 plant type monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. Choose 1 Sylvan card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. So he's going to send the Mushroom to put any Sylvan card on top of your deck. You can do Spell and Traps as well, which is pretty important because sometimes if you have Upstart in your hand, you can put the Sylvan Charity on top of your deck and just Upstart into it. I've done that play a few times. So here he activates the Princess Sprout's effect. So Princess Sprout, you can tribute itself to excavate the top card of your deck and then put a Sprout monster on top. But I think most people only play the Princess Sprout. So you put itself on top of your deck. And since he excavated Hermitry, Hermitry allows him to look at the top 3 cards of his deck and rearrange them in any order. And now Patino normal summons Martial Leaf. So Martial Leaf, when it's normal summoned, you can choose to excavate 1 or 2 cards from your deck. So he chose Sage Koya and Princess Sprout. So Princess Sprout, when it's excavated, you can make it any level 1 through 8, and then special summon it, and it becomes that level. So he chose 3. So the Princess Sprout became level 3, and then he XYZ summons for Mech-Equipped Engineer. And it looks like he used Mech-Equipped Engineer's effect. I think maybe he was playing around Honest here. I don't know. Yeah, I guess he was playing around Honest. So Mech-Equipped Engineer, once per turn, you can attach 1 material, target 1 face-up monster. And, 1 face-up monster in attack position, switches to face-up defense position, and that turn cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And also the Sage Coil, the big green tree that Patino excavated. If that card gets excavated, you can add 1 Sylvan spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand. But he has none, so that's why he didn't get anything. That's how you keep abusing Sylvan Charity. Like every turn, you Sylvan Charity your opponent like by milling Sage Koya. Or excavating, sorry. Okay, so here, Eric activated Lumina's effect by discarding Blaster from his hand to target Aaron. But Patino chained Rivalry. So we should probably know what Rivalry does. Both players can only control 1 type. So now Eric can only control Spellcasters while Patino can only control Fairies. And Eric did mill a Necrogarna. This might hurt Patino too because his deck is all plants. He needs to get that Mech-Equipped Engineer off the field. So Engineer attacks over Lumina. I'm trying to think, what can Eric do? He can summon Lila. Like, he can either, if he mills a Lila, he can, like, bring out Lila, pop the Rivalry. I think that's the only spellcasters he plays. There's Lumina and Lila. Is that Minerva? Oh, no, that Minerva tuner is a spellcaster too. What level is that Minerva tuner? Oh, it's a 3. So he can make a level 6 spellcaster. Alright, so I think Patino has got 2 rivalries. Yeah, alright, so he passes. Who will make the finals? I'm rooting for Patino because I want to see Sylvans win. I played this deck myself, but I have not featured myself on camera because I don't know this deck too well. I was gonna I was gonna feature myself if I made it far. I came close. I lost in top 16, but since Patino was also playing this deck, I decided to feature him instead of myself because he knows the deck a little better than I do. So here, end phase, Patino activates the Mount Sylvania. So Mount Sylvania, you can like during your opponent's end phase, you can excavate the top card. If it's a plant, it goes to the graveyard. If it's a spell or trap, you can actually put it on top or the bottom. I'm pretty sure that's what Sylvania does. Let me go read it. Yes, if it's a plant, send it to the graveyard. If it's a spell or trap, you can put it at the bottom or top. So here, Eric Patino attacks with Med-Equipped Engineer. Looks like Eric lets it go. So we're at 72 to 8,000. Activates Sylvan Charity, draws 3. Reveals Princess Sprout. Remember, you have to reveal at least 1 Sylvan card, and then the other card doesn't matter. Yeah, see, he puts Soul Charge. Now, you don't have to show your opponent. You just have to reveal, and then you can, like, rearrange them any way you want. So he probably put the Princess Sprout. So Patino's game plan is probably during Eric's end phase, he's going to try to mill the Princess Sprout with the Mount Sylvania, and then during his draw phase, draw into Soul Charge. I'm almost positive that's what he did. But he needs to get that engineer off the field. Because it's kind of holding him back. Because his deck is all plants. That's why they side rivalry. Alright, so here comes a Soul Charge. But Patino has rivalry, so he could chain rivalry to the Soul Charge, right? Yeah, so I guess he's going to let him target first. Yes, and then he's going to flip rivalry. Oh, no, emptiness. Okay. So some of you guys may have watched my pros and cons video from like last week of the 4 most popular retro formats, GOAT, Edison, Hat, and Tengu. And one of my cons for Hat format was emptiness. End phase mills 3, mills Eclipse Wyvern, Honest, and Soul Charge. So that's already 2 Soul Charges gone for Eric. And Eclipse Wyvern will activate to banish Judgment Dragon. Yeah, this emptiness hurts this Lightsworn ruler deck really bad. So yeah, he's going to end phase, excavate the Princess Sprout. So since a card was sent from Patino's deck to the graveyard, emptiness destroys itself. So some of you guys who may not know, if any is emptiness, neither player can special summon. It's a continuous trap card. And here comes Foolish from Patino. It's funny, this Sylvan deck, when I play it, a lot of times I don't know what to side out, because a lot of the cards are like, it's a very combo-heavy deck. Foolish is one card I usually side out. Because, like, yeah, you can Foolish Blaster, you can Foolish Spore, but I don't think it's, like, that needed. Sometimes it helps you in your opening hand to Foolish just to make Miracle Fertilizer live or Soul Charge live. Maybe I should stop siding it out. Who knows? I don't know, maybe I should side out a 1 red tree or 1 green tree. So here comes, oh, Soul Charge. But we knew Patino had Soul Charge. So he's going to target Blaster. So he targets 4. And Eric chains Maxi. So he's going to pay 4,000 life points. So Soul Charge, for those guys who may not know, target any number of monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, and if you do, you lose 1,000 life points for each monster special summoned by this effect. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card, and you can only activate 1 Soul Charge per turn. So here, it looks like he's going to excavate. Yeah, but he can't do much. Does he give Eric more draws off of Max C, because I think his other back row is Rivalry. So maybe if you're Patino, you just like, oh, he just passed. Oh, he just passed. All right, this is not good. For is this good? I mean, what else could he have done? Should he have maybe gone for a Spark Dragon? Because he could have synchroed with the Spore and the Blaster into Spark Dragon. He had a lot of choices, but I guess he didn't want him to draw. He can just wait and let. He can just wait and let Eric make plays and then flip up the Rivalry. So Eric starts off by summoning Lumina. Let's see. This is a long match. Yeah, these hat matches take a lot longer than the Edison ones for sure. And they're barely in game 2. So what did Eric? Oh, Eric still has Zephyros in the grave, but he can't do anything because I mean he couldn't do anything the previous 2 turns because of Rivalry and Emptiness. And here, oh great, another. So Patino chains his own Maxi, and Eric targets Lumina off Lumina. Is he just gonna mill 9 during his end phase? I wonder if Eric sighted in like spell and trap removal, like MSTs, to stop like the emptinesses and the rivalries and stuff. Oh, I think someone was leaving. There shook his hand. Oh man, Eric's taking a while to make this play. What can he do though? He can't. There's no level 3 XYZ spellcaster they run. I don't think Ghost Trick Alucard's a. I think Alucard's a zombie. At least we get some downtime. Because most of the time I'm just talking a lot. I mean, he is under Max C, so that makes sense why he's taking forever. So, okay, so he's using what? Ditch's Lance. So he is going to activate the other Lumina's effect. And Patino changed Rivalry to the Lumina. So now, I mean, this is looking good for Patino. But he's going to have to send the Blaster or the... He's probably going to keep... Yes. So he uses Mech-Equipped Engineer's effect to switch his Hermitry to defense mode. That way, this turn it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So he sent his Blaster to the graveyard as well. That's one thing you could do. If you're going to side in Rivalry, maybe side out the Blaster. It's not a bad idea. So what, he tributed? Oh, sorry. What's going on here? Yeah, this has been a long turn. A lot of downtime here. Eric. And he's going to mill 9 during his end phase. Yeah, mill 9. Mills Minerva, Raiden. So he's going to mill 1 for the Minerva. Mills 3 more. And then mills 3. He might just deck out. Yeah, look how many cards are left in his deck. Oh, he's showing him he has no more targets for Eclipse Wyvern. But you don't have to do that anymore. You used to, but not anymore. So he end-phased, milled the Mount Sylvania's. He used the Mount Sylvania's effect to excavate the Curry Man, and now during his main phase, he activates Sylvan Charity, draws 3. He's going to reveal the Mushroom and the Hermitry, so he can excavate both. So yes, here he's planning to excavate the Mushroom. Okay, I like this play. So he's using the green tree first, right? That way he can excavate the Mushroom, pop Eric's back row. Then he's going to use the red tree's effect, excavate the other red tree, and draw a card. Alright, so what's Eric's back row? Yes, excavate the Mushroom. Mushroom's going to destroy his... Oh, and then he's going to trigger the Sage Koya from his hand, too. Now, if you do plan to play Sylvans, you got to be careful because this Sage Koya can miss timing. It's a win effect. So here he breakthrough skills the red tree. Okay, so now... What do you do if you're Patino? What's life? 72 to 4,000. Does he have a Necrogardna? Can he put 72 on the board? I'm trying to think. If he makes Aurea, right? He knows he's got at least one plant. Okay, so here he can choose the order of the... He hasn't used Spore. I'm trying to think, can he put 72 on the board? Aurea is such a good card. Like, you can... Basically, you can bounce all three of Eric's cards. Let's see if he does make this play. So he XYZ summon. So remember, he has to go into a plant. I think you go Aurea here. Now, Eric could have... Did Eric mill any Necros? Oh, he brought the Aurea in defense mode? Why defense? He didn't soul charge him this turn, did he? No, that was last turn. So Sylvania, tribute the Spore. And he's going to put a Sylvan on top. So he's going to put Hermitry on top. Puts the Hermitry on top of his deck. What else does he have? He still hasn't even normal summoned. Okay, special summon Spore. Make it an level 8. Yeah, Spore, you can banish from the graveyard. Sorry, Spore, you can banish a plant from your graveyard to bring back Spore from the graveyard, and it gains that level. But Eric had the DD Crow. Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, that's a lot of damage. How much? That's 50... 55? Oh, no. This is not looking good for Aaron. Because I was thinking he could have, like, maybe bounced all of Eric's cards to his hand with Aurea. So now Hermitry attacks over Lila. And he passes. I think he's going to pass. Okay, now he's going to use Aurea's effect to mill 1. So he's going to get to bounce 1 card to his hand, and he bounces back to Hermitry. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened with Aaron. So what's he going to tribute both? What happened? What the heck? Okay, I apologize, guys. That was a weird turn for Patino. I thought he was going to do like the Aurea play to tribute a monster, tribute the Hermitry, look at the top 8 cards of his deck, and then try and bounce Eric's field. He could have even bounced his own rivalry depending on what he hit off of the Aurea, and then brought back Blaster. So, yeah, I don't know the rest of Patino's hand, but I thought that's what he was going to do. But I will say this, it was late at night. This was a Saturday night, 5 rounds of Swiss tournament, and it was like 1:30, 2 a.m., so maybe he was exhausted. It happens, man. Because remember, we started like 7:30, 5 rounds, and this was top 4, so this was round 8. And now that he got rid of the rivalry, this just might end the game. Yep. Eric... Oh, he chains Maxi. He special summons Tempest. And then he banished Eclipse Wyvern. So Eclipse Wyvern, he was able to get back JD. And now that the rivalry is off the field. Okay, he had Curry Bandit. Yeah, I think the play there for Patino was to tribute the Hermitry. And look at what he can like mill off of the Aurea. Now I think Aaron Patino is cooked, because now he's doing... Oh, he's got mind control too, and yeah, he concedes. Could Patino have won that game had he done the Aurea play? I don't know. It depends on what he would have hit off of the Aurea. I mean, Eric did have Crow, so that was a weird game, and then he used Lumina, got the Lila, and then finished him off. So congrats to Eric. Moving on to another finals. That was a weird ending. They both took a long time to make their plays there. I apologize. I hope you guys still enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, because I'm still, getting my feet wet in hat format. Yeah, just let me know that I make mistakes. What would you guys have done in these players' shoes? And we'll see you guys next time.